Welcome back. And time now for Sozzi's Take, asking the question, are consumers bulking at higher gas prices? And Brian, I know there's substitution effects that go on, and I'm wondering, are we at that level just yet?
Well, interesting chart. Funny you mentioned that, Jared. Interesting chart from the folks over at Jefferies looking at the year-over-year change in miles driven by cars and trucks compare or overlaid against the change in oil prices. And you can see that chart right there. A couple things. One thing really sticks out to me here is that you can see as oil prices have spiked several weeks ago, the number of miles driven by consumers has started to decline. It's a very interesting chart, and you have to wonder, Jared, why is this happening? Are consumers just feeling so much inflation right now? Grocery stores, dollar stores, Walmart, Target, the mall, whatever it is, that they can't necessarily drive at the same pace that they were, given what we are seeing with gas prices above $5 in many parts of the country. So this is a very interesting chart, and one I think a lot of folks have to pay attention to if you are concerned about a recession taking form at some point this year.
Yeah, and can we get that chart back up on the screen there? I think it's really interesting to note what happened very recently on that chart, because you can see there's a really big correlation or high correlation once you get over to 2020, 2021, and the current year, but not necessarily always before that. I think it just has to do with the fact that the pandemic forced oil prices. By the way, they went negative in WTI, but it forced oil prices down. It forced everybody to be in lockdown. And then we reopened in dramatic fashion and prices exploded to the upside. So in this one particular case, Brian, I'm going to say this time was a little bit different. I don't know, your take?
My take is it was a good observation. Another one here, too, off this chart, Jared. Look at the miles driven. Look how that compares to pre-pandemic levels, much higher than pre-pandemic levels, despite high gas prices. Really gives you the sense, perhaps, at least for the next couple months, maybe we will get some very strong jobs reports. That trend will continue. But again, it's unclear, how much more U.S. households can handle on the inflation front.